At Stellar Fishing, we have a ton of fishing molds. All of these make fishing weights all the way across the top, all the way across the bottom down here. And today, we're going to be working on our pyramid weights, which here, we actually have two molds for the same thing. The 1 ounce pyramids, the 2 ounce pyramids, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 8 and 10. That's a lot of molds for a lot of pyramids. In a previous video, we showed you how to make what I call splatters, where we melted the lead on the pavement in the thin sheets, rolled it up into these cigar-shaped ingots, as I like to call them, and then you just drop it into your hot pot. And you'll see how quickly they melt because they're thinner. They're not thick like an ingot, and they can help you mass produce when you're doing a lot of fishing weights and you want to get a quick result from melting lead. Today we're going to be making pyramid weights, which is the most common weight that's used in the fishing industry. Well, there's two of them, the pyramid weights and your what's called the bass weights, or your pear-shaped weights. And although we have a whole lot of molds for different sizes of pyramids today, this is what's considered a production mold. It's where you can make 3 2-ounce weights at one time. And then this is your bigger pyramids, which obviously that's a big cavity in there. That's for an 8-ounce or a 10-ounce pyramid weight. The 8 and 10s, those carry, you use a number 2 brass eye for those. And for the 2s, these are smaller. The 2s and the 1s, they only use the number 1 brass eyes. So we're going to load the number 2s up first. You just take your brass eyes, you drop them into the little holders. Slowly close it. I always watch the brass eyes to make sure they don't fall down into the cavity. In this case, they didn't. It closed. You take your lead, you pour it into each of the 3 cavities. And again, this cools off pretty fast. You can almost open it immediately. And you got your 3 number 2 pyramids. You always have the little nub at the end, which comes from the pour. Just take your clippers, barely pinch it, twist it, drop it back into your lead, and you have a number 2 pyramid ready to go. Of course, it's hot. Always wear your gloves. Set that down. And the number 2s, they take a number 1 brass eye. Now, for your bigger pyramids, like a number 10 and a number 8, it takes a number 2 brass eye, which obviously is bigger. Put that into the holder. We'll close this up. We'll just go ahead and just make a 10. Again, it's flush. You can see that when the little door closed, that you don't see any separation there on either side. So you know that the brass eye is in there properly. You can even shake it a little bit. You don't hear anything. And 10 ounces, of course, the pour is a little longer. There you go. 10 ounces poured in there. With the 10 ounce, I tend to just give it a few seconds to cool off inside. Open it up, and there's your 10 ounce pyramid, which that's a big pyramid to be fishing with. Again, take your clippers, grab hold of this little nub, twist it a little bit, drop it back into your melter, and there you've got a couple of 2 ounce pairs. You got pyramids. You got a 10 ounce pyramid. And as you can look down here, we made a whole bunch of 2s this morning using the production mold, because you can make 3 at a time. So you can make a whole bunch of weights, whether for your personal use or if you decide you want to sell them to local bait and tackle stores. These molds are great for mass production.